to be animated is your thing.
Today, a night of dynamic dancing leaves two high scorers up for elimination. Sailor Brinkley-Cook breaks down her emotional departure.
She's a star. This was just an appetizer to an incredible career.
Plus, Braunwyn Windham-Burke is here to set the record straight about her wild OC life.
I have been a stay-at-home mom for like 19 years. Mom is going to have fun tonight.
This is your reality check.
This show is the best.
Hey everyone, it's a great day to talk reality TV. I'm Dave Quinn, and this is Reality Check. Joining me today is the newest housewife to join the OGs of the OC, Braunwyn Windham-Burke. What's up, Braunwyn?
Hi.
I am so happy you were here. You seem to have left the 7 kids at home.
I left 6 at home. I have 1 here.
Okay, good, all right. Well, it's just gonna be some adult time between the two of us. So we're gonna catch up and talk all things OC Housewives. But before we do that, let's get into your top 5.
Okay.
At number 5, Australia's inaugural season of The Masked Singer has crowned its winner, and Lyndsey Lohan couldn't help but throw some shade. Lohan, who is a judge on the show, took aim at Cody Simpson after he won the singing competition by saying, quote, "When you realize you failed and you settle for less, you won The Masked Singer, but you lost your future." The caption was posted on a since-deleted Instagram photo of Cody and her sister, Allie Lohan. Lots of drama, taking some aim, deleting it Instagram. What do you make of this situation?
I don't even know who some of these people are.
I love that.
I think I might need some of my kids to help me. I mean, I know Lindsay Lohan.
Okay.
She was a twin in a movie a long time ago that
That's
my kids
right.
used to watch. But you know what's funny is I don't realize how old I'm getting until I'm with my kids and I have to say, who's that? Who's that? 'Cause
That's always what happens.
I don't really have time for pop culture as much as I used to.
Well, have you seen The Masked Singer at all?
No.
No? Oh my gosh, they dress up in masks, they sing. Would you ever go on a singing competition show?
I mean, I would definitely do it. I'm a horrible singer.
So right away, you'd be out early
I'm,
on.
You know, not great of a housewife either some days, and I'm still, you know, rolling it out. So
I hear
yeah,
it.
I'll try anything once.
Well, I would love to see it for sure. Let's go to number 4. Craig Morgan continues to honor his late son, Jerry Greer. During his appearance on The Kelly Clarkson Show, the country singer brought Kelly, Eva Mendes, and Blake Shelton to tears when he performed an emotional ballad which he wrote after his son died at 19 in a tragic tubing accident on Kentucky Lake in Tennessee. This is an extremely sad situation, and our thoughts and prayers are with Craig and his family at this time. Really tough stuff.
I mean, that it is. I can't even imagine losing one of my kids. It's kind of the things you don't even want to think about. And I mean, how do you get up the next day?
It's true.
And then how do you, I mean, to put that into music and to try to make something positive out of it, I give so much just love to that family because, I mean, it's just, I mean, I have chills just thinking about it. It's the unimaginable.
I know. It's really tough, and I'm glad that he is putting his pain into music because there are so many people out there who go through things like this who can really learn a lot from that experience.
I think with a lot of things, just knowing you're not alone sometimes makes you feel better. So there's going to be families that watch this and think, I'm not the only one, and it will help them get through it.
That's really touching. Thank you for saying that. At number 3, Larsa Pippen is defending herself against Keeping Up with the Kardashian viewers who aren't on her side of the drama that was featured in the latest episode. Now, Larsa got into an argument with friend Sarah Howard when she wanted the group to comfort a woman crying in the bathroom. Larsa fanned flames when she responded, "Who cares?" and went on to say, "I'm not trying to get in someone's business." When clips of the heated exchange made it to Instagram, fans shared their views, asking, quote, "Why didn't she mind her business with Jordan?" Another fan called Pippen a spotlight-seeking groupie. The reality star responded to users in a tweet saying, "I didn't mean to be dismissive to Sarah. I just didn't think we should be involved in any domestic situation." Now, Larsa is a former Real Housewives of Miami. Have you ever had that experience of having to shut down Instagram haters or social media haters?
Absolutely. I think anyone in the public eye has to, especially a housewife. You know, we are putting our entire life out there. And when I joined the show, I said, I'm not going to filter myself. This is who I am. And the last few weeks have been hard. You know, I try not to defend myself against haters. I like to reply to the ones that send me love.
That's good.
It was actually some advice that Stephanie Holman gave me. You know,
that's great.
don't give your attention to the haters, give it to the ones that like you. So I've really tried to take whatever negative I have, either delete it or ignore it, and then just focus on the positive.
That's awesome. Larsa's an old pro, and that's great advice from Stephanie for sure. Let's go to number 2. Snoop Dogg may have just received his favorite birthday gift ever. The rapper, who turned 48 on Sunday, celebrated his big day with a customized bouquet of flowers filled with 48 joints, as seen in a video obtained by TMZ. The bouquet was created by cannabis floral designer and artist Leslie K. Monroe, who said that the rapper's weed company, Mary Jane, brilliant name, were behind the generous gift. Now, are you 420 friendly?
I'm absolutely 420 friendly. I am from California. It's legal. I am a big believer in plant-based medicine,
Okay.
which my mother is too. I think, it's much better than pharmaceutical drugs. And I jokingly have something that my friends and I call book club. We put our kids to bed. We'll smoke a little pot or, take a little edible, and then you go to bed, you wake up, and you're not hungover.
I love it.
I know.
This is great. Now, they said that the bouquet was half stevia and half
Sativa.
Sativa. I keep messing it up.
Stevia is a fake sugar.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's my problem. I'm on keto, and all I'm thinking about is the fake sugar. But they're saying that it's half and half. Which would you prefer?
I like to go up. I mean, I'm exhausted. I have 7 children. There is never a moment of my life where I'm not tired. Never.
Yeah.
I wake up tired, I go to bed tired. I've been tired since 1999. So if I have a choice of going up or down, I'm going to go up.
All right, good. Good to know. I'm going to bring you a bouquet of 48 joints next time I see you.
Oh, that'll be so pretty.
But it'll have to be in California, so I'm not arrested.
Right.
At number 1, Gucci Mane is addressing claims that he's banned from Power 105.1's The Breakfast Club. The rapper sat down with Charlemagne the God, and when asked about the rumors, he said, quote, "It came from that punk-ass bitch," seemingly referring to Angela Yee. He went on to say that DJ Envy was involved as well. Now, tensions follow his 2016 appearance on the radio show where he alleged that Angela wanted a sexual relationship with him. Angela denied the accusations, and Reality Check spoke with the radio host who said, quote, "I previously had a show on Sirius where the conversations were always provocative and many times sex-related, but it was never more than radio talk." She went on to say, "Because I explained myself and pointed out the discrepancies in his story, it led him to make up these lies." Gucci, however, does have a history of tweeting and saying untrue statements. For more on this story and Angela Yee's full statement, visit people.com. Big stuff. What do you make of this whole thing? Have you ever gotten into it with somebody about whether or not you had a hookup with them? No, you've been with your husband since 18.
Yeah, and I mean, anyone that's hooked up with me is going to tell the truth.
That's right.
But no, I mean, my husband and I, we have been together forever. So, the few hookups I had were like in high school, and they were pretty, PG-13.
Oh, nice.
So, no.
I appreciate that. That's good. I love a long love. I'm a sucker for love, for sure.
We've been together since I was a teenager. It's been a long, long time.
He is a lucky, lucky guy. Listen, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, I am going to put Braunwyn in the hot seat, and we're going to talk all things OC. Stay tuned. It's going to be fun. Welcome back to the show. I am still here with Braunwyn Windham-Burke from the Real Housewives of Orange County.
Hi.
I'm so happy that you were here. And I was just saying to you earlier, it's like you've given this great jolt to the Real Housewives of OC. I'm so happy to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
I mean, you are an amazing woman. You have 7 kids. You have a husband, a business, and you still manage to look like a 10. How about that?
Wrangle a family of 9 and still look like a 10.
How do you juggle it all?
I have a lot of help. I really have to give credit where it's due. I have 2 amazing nannies. I have an amazing housekeeper.
Amazing.
My husband helps out. He's a full-time parent too.
Yeah.
And my older kids, they've learned that the world does not revolve around them, and you have to chip in, and we're a family first.
That's awesome.
So
I love that.
It really has been a team effort. I think when this first started, my older kid said, "Mom, you've supported our dreams our whole life. It's our turn to support you."
And we're done now. 7's
We
the
are.
end?
We did IVF for our younger ones, so we are out of embryos. We are done.
All right, cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're at the end of that. Now, last week, you went for a little bit of a swim in the lady pond. You were making out with Tamara Judge. I want to know what your husband, Sean, thought of that.
I mean, he thought I was funny.
Okay,
My husband's known me since I was 18. And I've always, had a little taste for women and men. I didn't know I had to pick one, I grew up in a very progressive family. So for me, my husband has known that sometimes if I drink too much or if I'm out or whatever, if it's Tuesday, whatever, sometimes it just happens. So he thought it was funny, and he knows it's all in good fun. I mean, he is the love of my life. We are such a strong couple. So he knew it was funny. And Tamara is one of my best friends. So, she's become one of my best mentors on the show. So
that's great.
it was one, obvious, I mean, you can tell we were literally falling down drunk. So, I mean, it was one super fun, crazy night. We all got along, and I didn't realize how affected people were going to get by that.
Did they really freak out? You get a lot of backlash about it?
I did. People really freaked out. I did not see that coming. I'm going to say I honestly did not see that coming.
I much prefer spreading love than hate, so.
Yeah, I'm a lover.
Exactly, a little bit of a makeout. And you've also been honest on the show about the fact that you and your husband have partaken in threesomes.
Yeah.
How did your kids handle that? Did they know about it before?
Well, they knew about it before it aired.
Okay.
So anytime anything happened on the show, I told them right away. So they had, I think it's about 5 to 6 months that we have to prepare them. My kids are very lucky that they go to a very progressive art school in Orange County.
Oh, nice.
And so many of their friends are, they're gay, they're transgender. I often say on the first day of school, it's so nice that they ask, what pronoun do you prefer? So the people that my kids are surrounded by, they don't judge, you know? So I can see how in other parts of the world or country, maybe that would be an issue, but it really hasn't for mine. And when I told my kids, they were like, okay, that's cool. One of my kids like, oh yeah, I like both too. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm so glad that was easy conversation for you to have with
That's
me.
awesome. You're raising sex-positive, open children. That's really cool.
And we've always been very open about gender and sexuality in our family, so it really has not been a big deal.
Are your DMs getting flooded with people looking for third?
Yes.
Wow.
I will say I've learned the hard way that if someone sends me a photo or video, not to click on it. But that's actually not the majority of them. I've been getting a lot from a lot of teenagers who haven't come out of the closet yet and are scared to tell their parents, who are like, I'm going to tell you, what do you think I should do? I've also gotten it from a lot of women who are like, I've always thought I was the only one that felt this way. Like, I'm happily married, but I've always had these other things, these other feelings, and it's nice to know that that's normal.
That's really, really cool.
That's the part that I focus on. Yes, some people are like, this is awful or whatever, but I mean.
Is there a housewife from another franchise or even from your cast besides Tamara who you may want to invite into the bedroom?
Absolutely not. Now, this is not something we do often. This has been like some crazy fun nights. We've been together for almost 25 years now.
Wow.
I think it's something that happens if it does, but it's not anything that we plan or whatever. This is just, Sean and I have experienced everything together. I've been with the same man since I was 18.
Yeah, that's a long time.
So, every crazy experience has been with him. Are there certain housewives that are beautiful? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But no.
But you're just going to stop there. Well, I love that you and Sean seem to have a really strong bond, but I have to ask a question about his love of statement necklaces.
Yes.
He seems to, we are showing some here on the board right now. He seems to love a good statement necklace. What do you think about these?
So we spend our summers in Kauai. And these are all made by a local artisan there.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Kauai carver. He's one of the few original Kauaians. And so they're made with love and intentions, and there's like a sacred prayer that he gives when he gives them to my husband.
Oh my gosh.
So people give my husband a lot of flack for this, but the memory and the statement and the love behind it, he doesn't care.
I just love that it's like that he's expressing himself and that everybody is so loving and supportive.
And he doesn't care what people say. He's like, whatever.
Yeah. You also opened up on the show about your daughter Rowan's health battles.
Yes.
You talked about the fact that she suffered from OCD. You said she had a really intense weight loss, right? 25 pounds, I think, from going through it.
So her OCD has manifested in an eating disorder.
Yeah.
And she's doing much better. At this time last year, I really wasn't sure if she was going to live or die. I mean, it was that bad. We had to put her into inpatient. She's doing much better, but it's still an everyday struggle. Even today she's here with me on press. We have to bring her own food, and it's still very, regimented and measured out. So I don't want to put a happy face like, oh, that was there, now we're better. This is an ongoing lifetime battle she will have with, therapy and medication, and, it's good today.
What have you learned from going through this? What advice you would give somebody else if they were going through it?
To talk about it, that you're not alone. I think out of everything, that has been what I've gotten the most DMs about, has been from moms and children who had never seen or heard of anyone else having this.
Yeah.
So to just start talking about it because you're not alone.
That's great advice, great advice. Now let's talk a little bit about the drama. It doesn't seem like you hit it off right away with Vicki Gunvalson. She doesn't seem to be your biggest fan. Let's take a look at this moment from last week's episode.
Braunwyn's trash. We all just met Braunwyn. Stop trying to be the center of attention all the time. It's annoying.
Okay. I don't want to do this whole Braunwyn sexy thing too. Tell me. I try to watch it.
I want to be around it.
All right.
Woof. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, I don't think it's sexy dancing. I think that's just what That's just dancing.
That was just dancing. It looked like
how
normal
people
dancing
dance.
to me.
You know, those, luckily for me, those aren't words that hurt my feelings. You know, there's some people that those would affect them. For me, it's not. I was having a great time. I can understand why this would be hard for Vicki. You know, this is her first year not holding an orange, and it's easy probably to look for a reason or a scapegoat, and I'm that person. But, I mean, you know, I take whatever someone says with a grain of salt, because usually it says more about them than me.
That's true. That's true. Now, you were also there when that iconic moment now happened that Kelly kind of knocked Shannon over the head with the bowl.
Yes.
You seem to be a little bit on Kelly's side, but you didn't really speak up. I'm curious what your thoughts are now watching it back.
You know, I was very new at that time, and I didn't really want to rock the boat. I was kind of mortified. You know, I really wish Kelly had taken the whole thing seriously. You can tell she went to that retreat laughing it all off. And it was important to Shannon. So I kind of kept my mouth shut because I was, you know, rooming with Kelly and Emily that day, but I felt horrible for Shannon. So I actually ended up apologizing to Shannon afterwards, saying, hey, I'm really sorry I didn't stick up for you more, because I did feel bad about my behavior then, because it wasn't indicative of who I am as a person.
It really felt like Kelly was maybe struggling and projecting that anger or frustration in that sort of way. Do you think that there was more going on that we saw?
I think sometimes when Kelly is attacked, instead of saying sorry, she kind of lashes out even more.
Right.
I love Kelly. She has a heart of gold. And we do have similar ways of dealing with things. So when people are being mean, sometimes we just get, you know, we attack back. So I think instead of saying I screwed up, she just doubled down.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now it is time for our Just Between Us questions from Housewives to Housewives. Your friend Carrie Brittingham of The Real Housewives of Dallas was here last week and left a question just for you. Let's see what she had to say.
Oh, how cute.
Hey, Braunwyn, which Dallas housewife would you want to steal to be in Orange County with you?
Oh my God, that for sure would be Carrie.
You're gonna take Carrie.
Yes, of course. So Carrie and we became friends as new housewives. So we reached out on our own through social media. She has helped me with my Cancer Cartel fundraiser. Our daughters are gonna be at the same school.
My gosh.
I mean, I love her. She's like the sister, you know, that my housewife sister. So definitely Carrie.
I mean, she loves dancing on tables. She's a big
does.
party girl. I would love to see you two go out.
I spent like the most of the last decade in Miami.
Oh, wow. I
So
didn't
our
know that.
energies are very similar. We have that same like fun Latin salsa vibe going on.
Well, take note, Bravo. That's a perfect crossover.
Yes, absolutely.
Lastly, I'm going to ask you about your mom, Dr. Deb, who I think is a huge breakout on this show. It seems that tonight she gets into a little bit of a dramatic situation. What can you tease about what happens?
The whole time on the boat was crazy. Keep in mind, it's the 3-level boat, so I didn't see everything that was happening. But when the night started to come together, I was learning all this crazy stuff. So it was the people that were running it. They just wanted to create drama, I feel like. And my mom, you know, the way she looks sometimes, she attracts it. And so, you know, someone grabbed her and she didn't like that. And my mom's not going to back down.
She got loud.
She can get loud.
I appreciate that about her, though.
Yeah.
She's a star, I think.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought her on the show. And next time you come, will you bring her back so I can hang with her, too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Thank you so much for hanging out. I had so much fun with you.
Hi.
Guys, don't forget to watch The Real Housewives of Orange County every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on Bravo. We're going to head to a break, but when we come back, I am chatting with Sailor Brinkley-Cook and her partner Val about their shocking Dancing with the Stars exit. Don't miss it.
I think the couple that has the edge are Ali and Pasha.
Welcome back to the show. Now on the line from LA is model Sailor Brinkley-Cook and professional dancer Val. Hey guys!
Hey,
Hi.
I'm a model too.
Yes, Val, you're a model too, just as handsome for sure. I want to know, how are you two holding up after that shocking elimination last night? I mean, you received the highest score of the season with 27 out of 30.
It was definitely shocking. You put it in the right words. It was sort of heartbreaking, you know. I started crying really hard because I loved doing this. I loved being on the show. I loved pushing my comfort zones and getting out there and being able to spread some joy and dance every week. So I'm really sad that part is over. But you know, everything happens for a reason, and I'm happy that I got to experience it.
A lot of fans like me were shocked that you guys got eliminated, as I said, because contestants like Sean Spicer have scored lower and have remained in the competition. Does that frustrate you guys?
No, it doesn't. We don't, you know, we're not really in competition with other contestants. We're in competition with, you know, the capacity of which we could push our talent, push our fears. She has never done anything like this before. She's the only contestant that didn't even sign up for the show.
Yeah.
You know, her mother was the one, Christy was the one that signed up for the season 28, and due to an unfortunate circumstance, she got hurt, and Sailor saved the day, you know. And so 6 weeks later, we have an entire kind of library of awesome visuals and awesome dances that we could be so proud of. We did that together. We built that together, you know. We could really grow from that, and that's what we're focused on. That's why we're sad, is that we are, you know, we don't get a chance to create those pictures anymore on the show, but we could create these pictures outside of the show.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep trying to dance with him at the studio.
Well, I have to say, I'm a huge fan of yours, and watching every single week, it was so impressive to see how much you improved week after week. Let's go back to when you were on that high. That jive last night was so expressive and fun. Len even called the routine full of taste and flavor. What was that performance like for you?
That was my favorite one, honestly. I mean, every single performance that we've done has had a very special place in my heart for so many reasons. I've really, Val has brought amazing choreography, amazing creative direction. Everyone on the team made it so great. And I was really proud of all of them, because every single performance I was so scared, and I still did it, which was awesome. Last night, I loved the jive. I loved it from the beginning. The second he showed me the choreography, I was like, this is the dance. This is going to be so much fun. So unfortunate ending, but amazing experience. And I loved last night's performance. I thought it was hilarious. We really brought our characters into play, and I had a really good time.
You really are so inspirational in facing your fears and owning that. But to prepare for this routine, I love that Val had you practice in public in the middle of Hollywood. Do you think that improved your comfort level on stage?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, now we have somewhere to go, you know?
We've got our audience at Hollywood and Highland.
Yeah, exactly.
Live from Hollywood and Highland, it's Sailor and Val.
I love it. Val, what did you, would you ever make someone do something like this again, you think?
Well, it didn't really pay off, so probably not. but it was a great learning experience, you know? You grow from everything. Yeah. It was really fun for me to experience as well, you know? It's a lot of times it's like, you know, what am I teaching her? What am I bringing to the table? But she's taught me a lot too, and we're in it together. You know, I wear two different hats on the show. I mean, I wear many different hats, but the two most important ones are teacher and partner, and the hat of a partner and a teammate. You know, that's the hat that I had the most fun with, because she's such a great teammate to be with. And that Hollywood and Highland experience, that was fun for both of us. I too, and I told her that on a couple of occasions, I too am nervous. I too am, you know, feeling pressure, you know, and so I get a lot of confidence from her. And so we worked together, and it was a lot of fun, and it sucks that it came to an end, but, you know, if I got a chance to do it again, I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else but her.
Well, Val, now I'm going to have you put on your husband hat, because I want to know what you make of your wife, Jenna, and Karamo's emotional contemporary dance last night, inspired by his relationship with his father, who was in the audience.
Yeah, incredible. It's so funny. We have a family text before the show. You know, our parents text both of us, and you know, wish us luck. And I just said to her mom on text, before the show, you know, you're gonna, you know, tune in and watch your daughter steal the show tonight, because I really felt like Karamo and Jenna's performance last night was the best performance of the night, and hopefully, you know, we'll start to position them as kind of like that dark horse that you know, comes out at the end and potentially wins the show. I think Karamo has all the potential to win the show, and he's in the hands of an elite choreographer, an elite dancer, and an incredible teacher. And so Yeah, I thought it was really special. I thought it wasn't just an emotional narrative. It was an emotional narrative told perfectly. He was in his pocket. I thought it was just a perfect Dancing with the Stars moment.
Sailor, you started this competition kind of an underdog, as Val said, jumping in at the last moment to take your mom's place. What did your mom tell you after your elimination?
She just told me that, you know, things like this happen in life and everything leads to some other great door opening. And, you know, it's literally, our team name is C'est la vie. C'est la vie, such is life. This stuff happens, and I'm just so lucky that I had this experience. I never in a million years would have thought that I would have been on this show. I really, you know, I didn't sign up. I didn't do the press for it before. I literally jumped in for the first performance, and I'm just lucky that I made it to week 6 and I got to experience all of this, and I think she's really happy that I'm looking at it that way as well.
I was really shocked when you began the competition and Wendy Williams said that your mother was faking this injury. Your mom spoke to People and said that she was really upset by that, but I'm curious how you felt about it.
I mean, I just think it was a little ridiculous, but because it was just such a situation where it's like, how?
Right.
Like, how could that really be faked? That's crazy.
I know.
Like, my mom is not that type of girl. If anyone, like, really knows her, and I feel like she's pretty open with her fans and everything. She's very genuine. She's very real. And for her to put on a cast and be walking around and acting as if it's fake, it's wild. But, you know, anyone who spews hatred needs more love. So, love ya, girl.
Has Wendy apologized to you or your mom?
No one's expecting an apology from Wendy Williams.
I got it.
Just keep it moving.
Well, do you think that when her arm heals that maybe she'll be back in the ballroom to try this again?
When her arm heals, she'll get that apology from Wendy Williams. Yeah, hopefully. You know, it's funny, when it happened, 30 seconds into her literally shattering her arm, she asked, can I do this next season? You know, so she was having a blast, and you know, it's funny now we're talking about Sailor's exit, but let's not forget how it all began, and let's not forget Christy's exit. Right? That exit was fairly traumatic as well. So, you know, I'm proud of the Brinkley clan in general. These women are incredibly strong. They're graceful at the same time, and they know how to deal with defeat beautifully. Like mother, like daughter in that respect, you know, and so it's not just beauty on the outside, it's really like a peace, harmony, and strength on the inside. And the fact that, you know, they do it agelessly, no matter, you know, where they come from, they handle themselves beautifully. And so I'm proud to be a part of that.
Oh, you got to feel that love. I feel that love. Thank you guys so much for being part of today's show. I really loved watching your journey on Dancing with the Stars.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
And guys, don't forget to catch Dancing with the Stars live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are hitting you with a history moment from reality TV that will knock your socks off. Stay tuned. Wow, what a show. Hey, thanks to my guests today, Braunwyn, Sailor, and Val. Make sure you guys are following @People on Twitter so you can catch the latest episode of Reality Check, which streams Monday through Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. And on that note, I will leave you with this reality history moment where a home renovation went very, very wrong. I'm Dave Quinn, and that was your Reality Check.
We are in the room. Okay. Open your eyes and see your new family room.
In this 2002 episode of Trading Spaces, host Paige Davis shows homeowners Pam and John their newly remodeled family room.
Well, I really like the wainscoting.
It's different.
Pam tries to keep it together, but she's heartbroken her beloved fireplace has been given a facelift.
The big question is, what do you think about the fireplace?
You guys are going to be fixing that.
Soon, Pam has seen enough. But her mic is still on, so we hear how she really feels off camera.
She's really not happy.
Is there anything that you can see in the room to fix certain elements of it to make it better for the two of you?
This emotional reveal is one of the great moments in reality history. And don't worry, Pam got her old fireplace back.
Let's go comfort Pam, shall we?
Okay.